think the only thing that matters is, did you get the message? It's a good message. As long as it's teaching kids to be good, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. That's a good message.
Well, why is lying and cheating and stealing bad, you say?
I have no idea. I'm not a religious person necessarily, but I'm just saying that I don't necessarily disagree with any religion that teaches people to be good people.
Well, what I'm saying is, what makes somebody good? Like you use the example of lying and cheating and stealing. Those are bad things, right? But what I'm saying is, why are those bad?
I guess
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
I guess it depends on certain circumstances as to why it's bad. I really don't have an answer that you're looking for, I don't think. I just don't, I respect all beliefs. And
well, what I was getting at is the reason that we know those things are inherently bad is because there's a moral law written in society, written in our hearts. We know harming children is bad. We know stealing is bad. We know, these things are bad. Where does that come from? We would say that it comes from God, the one that created this world. He knows what's bad, but that same God has also said that against the natural order of things, homosexuality is bad. So why would you be out here celebrating that?
I celebrate freedom, love, good people. I think that if you're a good person, you're a kind person, that's really what matters. And, there's many different gods over the world, and who's to say the kid that grows up in India or the kid that grows up in Africa or wherever you're at in the world, the God that you have worshipped since you was an infant, that's the wrong God. You have to worship this God or you're wrong. I don't believe in that.
Well, so this is a personal testimony. When I first came, 27 years, I used to be a drug dealer, drug addict, all these things, living just in sin.
I'm 9 months sober too.
Oh, congratulations. Well, for me, I would clean up myself a little bit, but then I would go back to it. You probably experienced that before. And until I gave my life to Christ, I didn't fully get clean. But either way, that's near.
Like I said, that's the message. You got the message, and it helped you to be a better person. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, here's what I'm getting at is eventually God made me understand there's a creator, that we got here through Native Americans, they see the intelligent design in creation. There must be a creator. So that's where I got to. But then I wanted to know, well, like you said, exactly what you said, the Muslims believe in a God, the Hindus believe in a God, the Christians believe in a God. What is true? What is real? I didn't want to just believe in Jesus because I grew up in America and that's what people want me to believe. Forget that. I'm going to find out the truth. Me, sober... It's been about 8 or 9 years now. But yeah, thank you.
What's your name?
Craig.
I'm Jessica.
Jessica, nice to meet you, Jessica.
Nice to meet you, Craig.
Yeah. But look,
walk out here and
but look, once I started looking into all these different religions, deep research and all this stuff, the evidence for Jesus is overwhelming. The truth of Jesus Christ is overwhelming. That's the word of God.
My mother is Christian. She came straight out of the Pentecostal church, reads her Bible every day, prays. She's a wonderful lady. I love her so much.
Well, listen to what she has to say. It's real.
And I would never disrespect anybody or anybody's beliefs ever in my life. If you believe in God, more power to you. If you believe in another one, same. I just love everybody. I want everybody to be happy, safe, fed. I don't want anybody to go hungry. I don't want anybody to go without.
Well, what do you think happens after we die?
If I had it my way.
But you don't. God makes the rules.
Right. If I had it my way, I would definitely want to know and have full conscience of who I am, my family, my friends, my loved ones, and I would love to be with them in the pearly gates, as you would say, the mansion in heaven. I was raised in church, and that's really cool. Well,
you can have that, but there's only one way. It's to acknowledge first. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. That is admitting that you're a sinner. Like that's not loving. Admit.
But peace out. It was really nice to meet you.
Let me leave you with this. The Bible says that Jesus died because we're all sinners and we've all broken the law of God. And Jesus died for us.
You're doing a great job, dude.
Look, we must put our faith in Jesus. He's the way. I don't make any money being out here. I'm out here to warn people. All right. Hey, can we talk to you, ma'am?
Fuck no.
That's not very loving. Can we talk to y'all about God? That's not very loving. Why are you exposing your kids to this? What do you think about God, sir? Why are you exposing your kids to this?
What do I think about God? I'm pagan.
Pagan. So you don't believe there's a God?
I believe in a goddess. I don't believe in a god.
A goddess.
Yes.
I'd say I believe in like nothing really. I don't know. I've never been able to like make myself believe in God. I was raised Christian, but I feel like religion oppresses a lot of people.
Well, it's not about religion. I'm just asking, do you think there's a creator?
Honestly, I think that there is.
I don't think a man could have created the earth because women bring life to this earth now. So I think it's a woman who created this earth. I believe in Gaia and I believe in
I think there's a chance. Like,
You believe in Mother Earth?
Yeah. I feel like I could say I'm agnostic almost, because it's like you can't disprove or prove. So
right.
it's about faith. I think.
But I'm also a logical person, so I believe in science and I believe in like nature. So
like evolution.
Well, that's not very logical. Believe in evolution.
I feel like it's more logical than following the Bible.
right.
You think it's logical that little bacteria grew a spinal cord and grew eyes? How did it know to grow eyes?
I feel like if religion were real, I feel like there would be more solid proof, because it feels like a lot of the miracles like talked about in the Bible stopped happening once there was like cameras and stuff like that.
Well, see, a lot of people say even as far, so when Jesus came, the miracles happened because he was showing everybody exactly who he was. And look, I didn't even ask you about this. What do you think about Jesus? 'Cause I asked about God, like a generic God.
I think Jesus is real, but I think that...
Well, you are logical.
So I think he was a real person. I also think that a lot of people in the like Christian faith have like almost... I feel like they've convinced themselves that he's white, but if you look at what it was, he definitely wasn't white, but I feel like a lot of people
He was
push that.
Mediterranean because that's
Yeah, he would be like, like Middle Eastern looking. Yeah, those are just pictures. I mean, it even says don't make images to God. So,
I feel like religion can be a good thing for a lot of people.
like faith in something. It's helpful to have hope.
But
If
then
you don't
like to
have
use
hope,
it to
then
hate on people, I feel like that's where it
Well, do you think that everybody can just have their own truth, or do you think there's an actual objective truth?
I feel like there's so many possibilities,
Yeah, like everybody should have their own belief. Like what they do here for trying to like force it out of people, I think it's a terrible thing because everybody has their own opinion. Because in the government, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, it's the First Amendment. So if our founding fathers had that sense, why don't these people? So like,
What about? I go to Africa and Turkey, and so I mean, it ain't really about nation. I'm not following you.
it's just people should have their own.
God's not just a God of America.
Right. And so I think like it's great that people have something to believe in because without hope, what else is there? Because we should all have hope in something, like hope in themselves or hope in like a God, like that's whatever. I have my own hope in Gaia and everything, but I don't think that it should.
What's the hope in that?
I have hope that, I'm going to give back to the earth when I die because I'm going to decompose, I'm going to become fertilizer, and a tree could grow in my life.
So you think you just die and you just fade to black and become part of the earth?
I believe in reincarnation.
I feel like honestly, what's more comforting to me is the fact that like I feel like there is nothing after death. But I feel like a lot of people, I always thought this like about Christianity, like if heaven is like it's like supposed to be the perfect place, right? Like it's supposed to be perfect, right? Like heaven.
Perfect the way God, even in the Bible when it says that God saw that it was good, I'm talking about in the Bible, often we like to think of it in good in terms of what we think is good. No, he meant it's good in terms of exactly the way he wanted it to be. God makes the rules, not us.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like a lot of the times, like I've heard an argument about like if a mother goes to heaven, like, and she wants to see her son, but like, what if her son goes to hell?
Then she won't see him.
Yeah, so wouldn't that not be like the perfect place, or is it like subjective to just not individuals.
Well, we all got our own choice we got to make, and that's why we're out here trying to warn people. I used to be a drug dealer, drug addict, all this stuff, thinking about God. I was just trying to make some money, you know? And then, hey, how y'all doing? And then somebody started talking to me about creation, similar to like what you were talking, what you're talking about, Mother Earth. There's some sort of intelligent design in creation, right? There has to be a creator, but I didn't want to just believe in Jesus because I grew up in America. I wanted to know the truth, and I started looking into all the religions, man. But the evidence for the historical accuracy of the Bible, the historical accuracy of Jesus, the fact that people claim to see him after his death, the fact that all his apostles left, especially the Apostle Paul, he left a life of luxury to go and follow this man, not to make any money. He was stoned to death and was tortured and beaten and would not recant his statement that he claimed to see Jesus after his death. That's just one example, but all the evidence, it was just overwhelming. I couldn't say that it's not real. It's very real.
Even if God made
Very real.
Why?
If God made what?
Like if God made, he does make people gay if he was real.
I don't think so.
But I think it's like, why come and spread like hate? Even if you want to like help people, they don't take it that way.
Yeah.
And like it just feels more hateful than anything, because I feel like if someone wants to turn to Christ, they should have the choice to. You know what I mean?
Well, you do have a choice.
It just feels like kind of, I think what drives people away from Christianity so much, at least for me, is like the amount it's like pushed on. I feel like I was definitely heavily like raised Christian, and I feel like the more it was pushed on me, the more I wanted to back away.
Yeah.
So I feel like stuff like this, like maybe people have their heart in the right place when doing this, but I feel like it actually ends up driving people away more than you think.
But like,
you know what I mean?
yelling at people, I don't think is the best way to do it.
I feel like it just drives people away more.
Well, we come here just because we know that there will be people here, and a lot of them are living in sin against God, and we just want to talk to them. I know a lot of people think that's hateful, but what I truly believe this. I'm not just out here talking to talk. I mean, I believe that if you die without repenting and putting your faith in Jesus, that there will be an eternal hell. Like, how much would I have to hate you not to warn you about that? You know what I mean?
I guess I get that. You know?
I have a job. I work. I don't make any money being out here. Like, I'm out here to tell you that you must. God is real. What's y'all's names?
I don't
Sophie?
believe it in person.
That's knowledge. Sophia, wisdom.
I just really get to be like, I don't judge you for your beliefs. Like, I think that everyone should be open to their own.
Well, you do judge me for my beliefs, right?
No, I don't judge Christianity. My boyfriend's Christian himself. Like, I have no problem with Christianity. It's like my personal opinion is I think differently, but I don't think anyone should be going and like hating each other. You know what I mean?
Well, are you saying that's what I mean? Okay.
No,
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
I don't hate Christians because I grew up in a Christian family. I was Christian, but it was never for me. Like, obviously it's for you and it's for them. It's just not for me.
why?
Why? It just, I'm
Are y'all lesbian or what?
pansexual.
Okay.
So I love people. So
I
it's
was
like
Christian and bi for a while. Like, I really was. It's just I can't make myself believe it, honestly.
it just didn't make sense to me personally.
My whole
If it makes
family's
sense to you,
Christian, so I have
that's
nothing against
I
it.
applaud you.
What doesn't make sense?
Because I just don't believe that a man created
think a
this.
lot of the
I don't think a man created Earth.
You got a lot of feminist propaganda coming out of you.
I mean, that's propaganda.
Yeah. And you got the star right here. Well, it's like you're so focused on, a man didn't do it, a man didn't do it. Like, what? Why is that like why is that your thing?
It's just I believe that women create life. That's my thing. Again, if you believe that God created Earth, that's totally fine.
What about your button? Yeah.
Birth control is healthcare? It is.
What do you think about abortion?
Antidepressants, just like
I support abortion because I think
abortion is.
I don't think anyone should be forced to have an abortion, but I think people should have the choice, especially when it comes to rape.
So you're okay with killing babies?
It's not killing a baby.
What is it?
It's killing cells.
It's not,
What kind of fetus?
It's a group of cells. It's not a baby until it has a heartbeat.
So what is it?
It's
You said a fetus. What kind of fetus is it?
It's a group of cells. It's a group of cells.
Well, it's you said you believe in science, right? So, or is that the last person to talk to? No, you said science, right? You said, yeah. So science even admits every science thing is called a fetus, a human fetus, not a dolphin fetus, not a whale fetus, not a monkey fetus, but a human fetus. So just like I have 5 children, right? They go from a fetal stage to a toddler. Well, there's probably people out here that got conceived by rape. Should we just go and pop them in the head and be done with it since they were conceived by rape?
You can't control if they're already born, but if you can control, because if a mother has a child that will be born and immediately die and could possibly kill the mom, why should the mom not have the choice to get rid of the kid that could possibly kill her?
Well, because it's the same logic. I think we should punish the rapist, not punish the baby.
Okay,
So why would a kid who got raped be forced to have a kid? That sounds.
Well, it has a human being. You just can't murder other human beings. We're trying to get all the laws against murder spread to all humans equally.
I don't think abortion is murder personally. That's my
Well, what is it?
And again, I think everyone is entitled to.
Why do you have to abort it if it's not living?
People don't want to have kids. And I think it's more selfish to bring a kid into the world knowing they're not wanted, or putting them even in adoption. There's so many kids in adopt. Like, have you adopted a kid?
No.
So why are you pro-life? Because if you want to support, okay, we shouldn't kill kids.
Are you against sex trafficking?
Yes. Yeah.
Have you adopted any kids that have been sex trafficked?
Huh? No, I won't.
Okay, so just because you haven't done something doesn't mean you can't be against it. That's a weak argument.
That like you want that it's like someone's killing a kid, but not actively help the kids who are in need, because it feels like you guys stop caring about kids after they're born. Why not care about the kid that got raped? What if someone's gonna die if they have a baby?
Yeah, I think we should care for both. We should care for both of them, but I don't think we can murder a child. I mean, well, it's a child in the fetus stage of humanity. Just like you have a fetus and it goes to a toddler, then it goes to an adolescence, then it goes to a teenager, and then it goes to a full-grown adult, then it goes to an old adult. I mean, it's different stages of life. Right now, the stage of life it's in is a human fetus. We all go through different stages of life.
My thing is just, I think it's like, I feel like even though we have all different beliefs, like so many people have different beliefs, I feel like coming out to a spot, like what if this was like a Christian parade, right? And people were just wanting to celebrate being Christian, and then like a ton of like gay people, like vice versa, would come and like spreading like, you shouldn't believe in that, you should change this. It's like, you wouldn't want that, you know?
Well, they would be doing that in hate.
This isn't hate. Even if you want to say it's like you're worried for these people, it's not. It's rooted in hate and like.
Well, it's rooted in the truth, you know.
Well, that might be that's your truth.
So, well, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I got back to asking you: do you think truth is objective or relative, or do you think there's an objective truth, the truth, or do you think everybody
has their own truth? Everyone has their own truth.
So that goes back to what I was saying. Then what Hitler did was fine because that was his truth.
Is that what you think?
No. But if everybody has their own truth, he thought it was okay. So it was fine because society, everybody comes up with their own truth. Or do we know that was objectively wrong? We know that's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Just like we know hurting children is wrong, right?
Hurting kids that are born, yes, that's wrong.
But killing a fetus that is not yet a child, that
doesn't have a heartbeat, doesn't have a brain.
Okay, we have to meet up with our friends actually.
So do you think it's only okay to kill children before the heartbeat?
It's not a child if it doesn't have a heartbeat.
So you're not for like...
I think we should prioritize the people that are born. That have to give... I don't want to make a 10-year-old continue to carry a baby. But again, no one's forcing... Like, if you are against abortion, never get one. You know what I mean? Like, never get one. You get the choice in it.
Right.
That's like me saying...
You should all have choices. Everyone has choices. If someone has a choice to come out here and preach, that's totally fine.
Well, I mean, if I knew somebody was about to grab a gun and go up to elementary school and kill a bunch of children, so I'd be like, that's his choice.
At that point, why don't you guys not preach about gun rights? Like, why do you not say stuff about that more than abortion?
I don't know. My favorite color is gray. Exactly. What does that have to do with anything? What are we talking about? We're talking.
Well, you brought up like schools, like school shootings. You know what I mean?
I'm saying if a bunch of kids, that was the point I was making. If I knew a bunch of kids were about to be murdered, and I took y'all's approach, well, if they want to, they can do it, and shouldn't I say something?
Stuff around here, and it like encourages people to come in and join.
But those are false. They're lying to y'all, girls. Look, they're leading you to a road that's going to lead you to eternal separation from God, and that's what we're out here. You don't care.
they are, I don't want to live in this world.
He loved you so much that he came and left the throne rooms of heaven, incarnated himself in a body. People were spitting on him, hitting him in the face, and yet he still died for you. That's love.